Hello, and welcome to my channel. If you've not seen me before, my name is Lisa, but can go by Liz or Lise, and I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. My streams, they're for more mature audiences, so please do keep that in mind as you watch this playthrough. Also, of course, too, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, enjoy! Let's go ahead and jump in Hello Kitty Island Adventure today, and well, we're back with lemons. There's that. It's been a little bit. But we will also see, though, what's happening today. There was another sneaky little visit, so if you missed it, feel free to check out the previous part. But in terms of this part, we will see what we gotta do, or there isn't too much, really, honestly, to do. But maybe there is. We got plenty of visitors. Oh, hello. Welcome. So, yeah, Baku is still here. Kairosuke is here, and Neuburn, and oh my god, everyone is visiting today, and there's like only 3 or so that we can talk to. Thank you. I need those. Okay, keep it moving. Oh, God. Keep it moving indeed. Oh no, dude. How is everyone just here like that? And it's just like, this is what you get. We also get 30. I swear, collecting things is the weirdest thing in this game. But they're about to go to the dance hall to get their dancing feet on. And that's always funny because it makes it really easy for you-know-who. But I don't exactly know how things are gonna go in terms of the whole visitor part, because I mean, now they're just cycling through like they should cycle through. Don't get me wrong, that's not the problem. In fact, this is exactly how it was gonna be. I gotta jump. But it's more like, oh gosh. No! Why was it so evil? I guess the evil part was the fact that I made the places in the first place. Huh. Okay, I'm surprised about that one. And then this. Still 21, but I think I didn't do this last time. Yeah, nope, I didn't. I did not actually go to that. Never mind. Whoops, sorry. That makes a lot more sense. What to say? Trying to understand it, but I don't. There's no way I'll never understand it, I think. But I do want to go in the water, actually, but I want to do it now. Or should I just take care of all of them because they're here? I'm a little annoyed. But not entirely. Why are you leaving? I'm not gonna need them, I say. Don't you leave. I guess I gotta do one of each. But it's okay, I can make more eventually. It's not a issue. They're fine. I still don't get that, but okay. I'm like, where is she going? Why is she leaving? What is this? Because you're right here, and there are gonna be some things I have to make soon enough. Though I really think you should like more things, like, actually. But I guess that wouldn't make it a grind now, would it? It'd just be too easy. Which then that means other things should factor out better. Like soon I'm gonna learn that dough is the most precious resource. Ta-da! One strawberry crate trying to convince me to still give them stuff. Again, it's one more than what I could have had. But then, interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, I actually do still need you. Forgot. Almost. Because we need to go to the clouds. Of course, the clouds. Of course, the sky. Of course, at night, where their beautiful hats, again, do not dance like they used to, but maybe one day they will, again, for whatever reason. And then get that. That. Is this even the right way? And it's like, you have to do it twice though. So in theory, yes, but also just doing this works too. So then this. So I did go back and I actually did collect these, forgot to say. I also talked to the knoll, and that's why we also had the fizzy ore, which I also forget every single time. Which I'll probably forget again, but you know, that's just how it goes. I guess we'll go here. This is the closest that we'll get to this. And of course I want to water them, and I'm gonna go here and it's gonna be grand. But this is what they look like now too, by the way. In case you missed it as well. So we're gonna water again. And we can collect new teal, pistachio, and pink. Huh. Interesting. And then of course the Wistelia. Were they just not? I guess not. Okay, fine, that's fine. I'm just like, okay. Because all the other times we had to talk, but I guess with that, there's no need to talk. It just is as is, but, you know, we finally got a new one, and unfortunately, though, our new ones, I'm so curious. I mean, the only ones that haven't had anything happen are the frost feathers, which is only a little concerning to me, but just don't get it. I'm just thinking about the flowers, like, and also for the fact that we didn't actually get anything else to talk about. Very interesting. Or maybe not yet. But yeah, these are just still chilling, literally. Gonna keep trying though, I guess. And then we also have, of course, the cauldron. Water. And then we can collect them too. And then I guess we'll go into the water. But yeah, I don't really get it. Like, again, too, like, for the colors, like, the pattern, okay. Sure, but then how do these other colors form and how are you supposed to do it? I'm confused. Are they just supposed to pass it down if we have two of the same? But then we can't even put them because of the constraint. So it's like very confusing to me. I don't really understand it still. I wish I did. I wish I could. But I don't. I'm gonna go here because it's convenient. And what I mean by that, it is convenient to just go ahead and do this. Why? And make it, because it's the only one. Oh, I also, I wanted to see something actually today. As well from last time that I got mad at. I'll admit it, I got mad. When do I not get mad? Kurumi is the master of tricks, so it's cherry, berry, and remember that. Okay, fine, you say the same thing. See you later. It's number 2 though in the time that Baku's been here, so that's pretty cool. But I forgot. Make a book and catch a huge one. Okay. I will have the ones I need to do that. Hopefully. Oh dear. Excuse me. Pardon me. And then I guess I could just say hi, but then it's just like if we were better. Sorry. I was just more shocked too that they were even coming by, but oh, you're just in the flowers. Beautiful. Oh, whoops. Thinking I turned this vacation into a staycation. You're welcome. What a guy. What a guy. But we're gonna make this without him. We done did it. Then I want to go, I think there? I wanted to see something. I didn't do this, but what I did do last time was that I was really trying to redo this because I forgot that I didn't do this one all the way. That is to get the gold. And when I was attempting it, it was acting pretty weird. It would do 20 seconds and 50 seconds. I had Retsuko and Pom Pom Puddin. Pom Pom Puddin is supposed to help out. And of course, having Retsuko for the speed and kind of helping out. But I want to know what it looked like without having either of them. So, okay, it claims 15. Those little notches are there. I think that's really ridiculous. So then, yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Then it was saying 50 at one point, but even having them, I don't understand how you're supposed to do it. And the time allotted. But yeah, I think the game was freaking out. So I'm gonna do this. So yeah, there's the 50 that I was talking about, by the way. And then it still doesn't, it freaks out. For example. Which I don't think it should. And then I'm gonna see if I can trigger it again. I'm also doing this also to kill some time because, like I say, I like it when it does its own thing. Okay, so it's still saying 50 all of a sudden. What the heck? But it's not counting. Yeah, it's still not counting it as complete, so this one is broken. Or is in complete for the silver even, so hopefully that does get fixed. I didn't realize that it was so bad, but I don't know why it also was having difficulty between the two, or was having difficulty between the two, that is being 20 or 50. But if you have to collect 28 and you only have 20 seconds to do it, that's not possible. With the speed that we have and everything else, because even if I took a speedy potion, it wouldn't, I don't think, matter, because it doesn't really stack or anything like that. At least the last time that I did it, and I don't feel like attempting to see otherwise, so I just wanted to confirm that it was truly still broken, at least for me, and sure enough, it is still broken, so I will check it back when it actually is oops, truly fixed in the ways of course, the official update. For the game in the ways of what they plan to bring. Oops, that almost was bad. At least if it does. I don't know if it will or not, but I'm gonna hope so. One, I'm gonna miss that. Ooh. Yeah. I missed that greatly. I think sorry, the speed right now throws me off. As much as me thinking about it. So of course we already gave her the gift and everything, but I still want to collect this for the next time. There we go. Say no problem. Yeah. This. Dismiss. Bring back Buddy. Because then we can have the speed. Oh, my bad. A little too speedy. So fast. Get that. Oh, oof. We'll have to fast travel if we want to get to the gazebo. Since I logged in, that's why we only have 2. In case you were curious about that from other times. Other times, there's been at least 4, if not the 6. grass that did its stuff. But yeah, now I believe that we have extra flowers, by the way. I don't really have a spot, unfortunately, to place them, unless I switch them up over at the gazebo, which I feel like I might do in some ways, but I also feel like kind of leaving them. I also did come in here, and I did, you could say, kind of my usual in certain areas, and then left some because I was like, I don't really feel like it. But that's just a little bit of what I did. Just the regular chores, or oh my goodness. Sometimes. But yeah, too bad though for that one challenge. It's like, no, cannot be complete. I don't also remember exactly how well it went down, but I don't think it went that well down. I was doing it too. But we do have enough for this to upgrade it once more. So again, this is what it looks like, and I have a feeling of what it may look like next. It's a little, you know, decisions, choices, but let's go ahead and upgrade it all the same. And then we go back in. And yep, ta-da! Very weird, I would say, way to break it up though. But I'm bad with squares and such, so what am I talking about? Nothing. Exactly. Did not mean to go to mail. Ah. I meant to go here, to go here. We'll be back in here because it's not done, but I need to go and wait it out for the Foldra. We gotta call some other buddies though now that we're here. There we go. And we gotta swap this out. I think, again, this area is probably one of the worst areas fishing-wise, but there's just, like, no room, dude. That is just to see. I mean, not that you need to see, I guess, just hear it. But easy, let's go. That's literally all I wanted to do. So then we go. Yeah, we go back and let's just be at the plaza. Easy as that. Cut just like that. I gotta switch them. Do we want to be speedy again? Speed. We got it. Very, very nice. And I guess we'll do this. Still hoping for the best, hoping for more. And now we gotta collect the worms again, which I also should probably see how much we would need and then blankly stare at the screen and go, why? Because it's gonna be a decent chunk. Let's rip off the band-aid though now. $1,000? Oh my gosh, and I'm running out. I'm gonna make more fertilizer. Oh. Whoa. Hi. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna be a little wild in here, and you know, we can always change it up, it doesn't matter. But I just kind of want to see what happens if I do plant. And I want to wait a little bit because it said that they can just do their own thing, and I didn't want it to be where it was gonna totally take over. But I'm curious what those even mean. Sorry, trying to find the sweet spot. There we go. Okay. So, I mean, of course they do their own thing in a matter of speaking, but let's see what it means to do their own thing. I said my feelings before. I still stand by them, but I will go ahead and have her with us. So again, this is also why you still want to collect flowers in case you wanted to make them into something. But the process is a little tedious. Make them into something being fertilizer. Because it's not that it's hard, but then you try to fertilize areas. They're massive, and then you get disappointed by the results. Or maybe I'm the only one who gets disappointed by the results. But either case, just gotta do this because it's gotta be done for the joys. Even though, a little more than I wanted actually. Just had to think about it. Even though it tells me on the screen, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it right. Yeah, it's hit or miss for me when it comes to collecting, though. But then fertilizing. And then I don't even know what I really want to do with them. Because now then we've got other flowers, but then I'm just like, that is other colors. But then I'm like, okay, well now what? And then this is going to feel like nothing because of the areas, but I've been holding back a little bit more recently. I'm gonna go further on one. I don't think so. And then I don't even know what benefit it is to have the normal ones. I don't know enough about the flowers in this game. And even when I read about them, I just stare into the abyss and just shake my head. Like I understand, but really, and then it's so expensive to make stuff. Or, excuse me, create stuff. And then I'm like, why? Why is it so confusing? And then some of them can be planted other places and then not others. And then it's like, okay, well, what's the point of them here? Why can I do this? What does it mean? Do I just have the wrong idea or have the right idea, just executing it in the way that the game is like, that's not quite right. That's entirely possible. Beautiful sound. 400, 500, 500. And there they are, looking no different to me. No different than what? Don't worry about it, we'll get there. I'm gonna have so much faith in the game that the game knows exactly what it's doing and it's totally not trolling me. But it is, again, a little bit like concerning just not to see it, because the game has also disregarded, right, the beautiful boxes before. In a matter of speaking, not that these are the same thing, right? Not that fertilizer and boxes are the same thing, but the fact that it did it, you know, it leaves me guessing and asking questions. But I'm gonna just leave it like this. I'm just gonna accept all this right now, because that's just an easy thing to do. And yeah, I mean, I would say that surely checks out. Sure, the math, right? Absolutely. I'm so good with it, but back to the grind again where I select more flowers, so until I'm done selecting more flowers. I'm just trying to think of ways how they could show stuff differently. So it's like, then you're gonna consider them mobile. But then they already made some changes anyways. No winning. Still going. Still going. Still going. How many? Oh my gosh. How many thistles? Like my silly numbers. One extra for good luck. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that for now. It's all good. And there we have it. And then you're like, huh? Well, I had her as a companion, so... Even though I hated on it before, I still I'm gonna hate, sorry, on her abilities, but I will use them when I can, so that is that. But I think at this point, yeah, we're done with all the quests, so my only quest is to say hello to them. Because they're visiting over yonder. I forgot we were speeding. And then I got distracted by an apple. Typical. Oh, when it steamed. Whoopsies. No. I'm not used to it. But no. Yes. Yes. Actually. We said yes to a lot of people. I'm doing things in a very different order. And I keep on hitting the wrong button there. They're the best! Because we were dancing our life away. And they almost do want to stay here forever. Almost. These rooms are so silly. All the stargazing and critter gazing one could do. See ya. The nerve. Alright, but there's still one other that we gotta say hello to because obviously. Though not in the same vein, unfortunately, but maybe one day. But there she is. Isn't she so cute? Going through everything. Like it's totally normal. Because it's normal out here. Don't move much further. Oh no. Do you think Retsuko is okay spending all this time away from work? By the way, I thought you might like this. Oh, you could ask her. She's like right over there. Thank you. It wasn't me though. According to story, actually, it was Retsuko who did that number. So yes, that was one. Retsuko's mom. And then these two up here are done too. And then I moved her back here where she belongs and deserves because she drives me insane. I do not like her attitude. Again, maybe it'll change. That's why she's over there. And then of course, you're here too. Again, everyone under the sun was here today, but we only got to say hello to the very few. So there is that. That is just how the cookie crumbles. In the ways of visitors, though I also completely and utterly didn't even notice. I gotta go back. But yes, again, everyone is here and under the frickin' sun. It's ridiculous. But, intern. She's visiting for a little bit. They're not traveling, but I did make places for them, so that's why they're here. Again, I can only hope they go into the right rooms. Otherwise, that's going to drive me insane because actually the first time that this has happened to me, that I made visitor cabins, they actually more or less wanted the same similar things. One of them has one thing different. I did also make it different because I didn't have all the same items, and of course I didn't want to just make the same rooms. But it does concern me a little bit because I have little faith in the game, but you never know. It'll be a fun surprise when it happens. Here. Right. Here. Why do you do this game? You know, like Cappuccino is my older brother. Oh, by the way, I thought you might like this. Coconut. Thanks. Will you change outfits, please? Thank you. All right, so that is nuts for us. Again, I just barely missed Coco. Maybe by a day. Like if I logged in, just maybe we could have said hello. But oh well, it's fine. They'll be back. They always come back. But there's still time where we can finally get maybe more stars going for those who are here and wanting to maybe move in, maybe not. Maybe they'll just stay out forever, and that's totally fine too. But we gotta do the other one little bit here, or a couple other bits. So yeah, I didn't find it. Also, this feels very weird now. I'm gonna do something. All that speed zooming has brought me to wanting to be fast again as well here for this, so I will hit the button all the same. Ah, there it is. So again, since I did go in already, we don't have another, but it does account for that, and we get 7 today. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this too, because we're at it. We got his character hat again. Fantastic. I'm so excited. Heavy sigh. There's still hope. Sort of. Come on, RNG gods. Damn. There's still hope. There's still hope. One. Man, can you just give us some strawberry crates in these, though? I mean, we're getting the decent ones. Ugh. Open and a miss. One more. Damn. All right. It always hurts when it's a duplicate. Really? We're not gonna be so kind as to have a certain other potted plant here. That's fine. Maybe one day. Maybe never. I can dream. Fine. You didn't want to help out. This is cool. It's cool. It's chill. And then what do we get? Hi, buddy. Yellow t-shirt. Cool. And then don't misclick for the beige cat glasses, which is all we get. All right, to the yellow tea as we spin around, because we gotta customize this. And I always forget about the background, like it matters. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. What? There. Original. Interesting. I was just hoping for a dream, hoping for a chance, and just do that for the heck of it. But okay. Okay, so minus the fact that Starfall is supposed to happen at some point in time, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss them from their duties and go to annul. But that was pretty much it. At this point, at least for me, where I am in the game, it is more of a game of just checking to see what was out there. Yeah, those can stay. Of who's visiting more than anything else. So it'd benefit if I actually went in and just made sure to check in with those visiting, because Baku, you know, was visiting for a little bit and we got to do double time, which is pretty sweet. But of course for collections, again, getting closer and closer, but very mysterious as to the flowers still in the wings. Well, one of them, in my head, one of them I feel would be later in the seasons. And again, one of them I didn't really obtain yet. But then besides that, don't really have the answers. But I did know about some things, which I will disclose after I clear this too, for the sake of now we actually have a pink flower, though I question pink. Happy for it though, because there's only 4 more left, so that's always exciting. Never thought I'd see the day, but once that's cleared, I mean, honestly, I'd feel like I've achieved everything that I wanted to. Don't really feel like I really need to achieve it for the flowers themselves, but it'd be cool, I guess, in some way and sense and form. But what I mean by the flowers is that when I was looking just what was to come, this was before we even had Wish Me Mel finished out, and of course big challenges and all that. I was just doing investigating of flowers, and I was just curious, and I knew about them that way. So I mean, by having to go into the caves for the crystals, having to go to the cauldron for the hot, and of course having to go to the peak for the cold. But I didn't realize how small the patches were gonna be. And that's the only thing I still have an issue with, I would say, let alone the silliness of having the marker where it is when it's clearly not there. It's just because you enter here, which again, I think it would make more sense if the marker was here, because that's where you enter. But that's just me being nitpicky. But yeah, I am also very curious about the frost feather. That is, of course, being in the cold, being the only one that has yet to actually show a hybrid form. I don't really understand how the others did it, but that's to be discovered every time that I, of course, put the fertilizer down and hope for the best. But from there, though, at least maybe we'll have some other things to talk about in the way of flowers, considering that there's some left. And of course, though, given the spaces and places, though, where does that actually mean that they're gonna grow? Because let's be real, if I can't put a frost feather in the greenhouse, what else do I got, you know? Which, of course, now we do have some flowers that are gonna spawn there. Don't know, have any idea. No clue what's gonna happen in there, but I'm just gonna let them do their thing and hope for the best as I go in there to fertilize, not necessarily needing to water. That whole bit is a little interesting, and also the way of how they're gonna populate in there too, which again, do I want that to happen or not? Don't really have one way or the other. Oh, but of course, I almost forgot to mention that for, again, the Scholastic celebration. We are again just a day and 11 hours and 3 minutes at this time away from part 2 of it. So if this is something that you're looking forward to, well, look no further than it's right around the corner. And of course, that will probably be the outfits that we've seen, that is just more clothing. Scroll down. With some of these just being one, just sigh. But yeah, so I don't know about it, but it's fine either way. I'm not too pressed. Again, it would be cool, but this again was probably my least one that I was interested in, sorry. And then also with it, again, there hasn't been anything else, which I'm like, there's gotta be something, right? There's gotta be. I can only hope so. But for the next time that I jump into Hello Kitty Island Adventure, will it be just as adventurous as it was today? That is to say hello to so many different visitors, but with all the visitors visiting at this time, who is going to be next with a request or two that we can do in order for them to feel like they can trust us and thus be permanent residents on the island? And of course, now that the flowers, to a degree, are wrapped up, which other ones will become available and unveil themselves as time goes on? I guess only time will tell. That will be next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, once again, my name is Lisa, but I can go by Lister Lise, and I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be.